Okay, everyone, welcome to the second lesson of our second social studies unit. Um, I'm going to be upfront with this one. A lot of this lesson will be, in a lot of ways, self-guided, so you will have to do some reading here. Okay, that's part of the point of this lesson, to get you guys reading a little more and being able to extract information from reading. But I will get us started. So, what we're going to talk about today, we're going to continue to talk a little more about early explorers, except this time we're going to talk about the motivation a little more, the why. Okay, so from last time, why did the Europeans decide to begin exploring? Well, the biggest one, there were a whole bunch of reasons, we listed them with the push and pull factors, but the biggest one, the one at the center of it all, was the Silk Road, right? The Silk Road was our trade road that got the silk and spices from Europe or from Asia to Europe, from China and India to Europe. Right? So they wanted to, because the Silk Road was disruptive, it was long, dangerous, things like this, the Europeans decided they were going to try to find another way to China and India. Okay? That's the big one. So what we're going to talk to a little bit today is something called imperialism. And this is going to be an ongoing theme through a lot of, at least the first part of this course, and even into the second part. It's when a nation tries to expand its territory, its empire, into other lands in order to get wealth and resources, right? It's this idea that you're going and taking stuff from other people, making yourselves bigger and richer. That's what imperialism is. Very common in Europe around this time. So, the four main reasons for imperialism, European imperialism especially, at this point in time were economics, so this idea of buying and selling stuff and getting richer. Economics refers to stuff that has to do with money. All right, that's the biggest one. Competition, so different European countries like England and France, Spain, Portugal, the Netherlands were all competing with each other because they wanted to be the biggest and the richest, which again falls onto this. Religion, so the peoples of Europe wanted to spread Christianity through the entire world because they thought it was their mission to do so. So they would go find new lands in order to convert new peoples to their faith, to Christianity. And curiosity. Some people just wanted to know what else was out there. All right? It's the smallest reason in comparison to these other three, but it did exist. All right, so these are our four main reasons for European imperialism in the 15, and soon, as we move through this unit, the 1600s. 400 to 500 years ago. Okay, so what you're going to do is, now that we know about imperialism, you're going to read about first contact. So the early contact between Cabot, Giovanni Caboto is John Cabot. They're the same person. That's just his Italian name. His contact with the Mi'kmaq, who we've talked plenty about already. And you're going to talk about the European contact with the Beothuk, who were the First Nations people of Newfoundland. And you're going to read about these and learn about the differences and similarities between contact with the Mi'kmaq and contact with the Beothuk. Okay? So, your task. The first question is easy. You're going to fill in the web to tell me about the four reasons for European imperialism. I just mentioned them. There's only four. Fill them in. The back half, you're going to fill in these two tables to tell about the relationship between the early British or English explorers and the Mi'kmaq, and the early British explorers and the Beothuk. So here, the relationship's already filled in. The Europeans traded metal goods for Mi'kmaq furs. Tell me about the relationship, and then put in here, just tell me if it's positive or negative. All right? And in here, you should try to list 4 things about this relationship. Same goes for the Beothuk. List 4 things about what happened when the Europeans began fishing off the coast of Newfoundland, and tell me whether it was positive or negative. All right? So that is your task for today. Until next time, stay safe and take care of yourself.